So what's up, everyone? Welcome to the second and final part of us drawing Dan Aykroyd. Here we are doing the intro on the 24th of April, or April 24th of the year 2024. And we got less than a week away until the month of May arrives. So, man, we really got to get going, finishing this drawing of Dan Aykroyd to celebrate Autism Awareness Month, because Dan Aykroyd is autistic himself, just like me. And by the way, guys, my name is Julian. So hi. I know we can make that clutch. I know we can. I know we can finish this drawing before the month of May. I feel like it's possible.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not trying to get too confident. We just have to record for long hours, which it kind of sucks. You know, if you get back into the long hours of activities, if you're doing whatever that pleases you, then your body is going to keep on telling you to do it again, and then do it again, and then do it again until magic happens. That was kind of a crappy snap. Bro, I'm bad at snapping, but I'm good at drawing, obviously. Sorry for the use of antonyms, but I can't help it. We are not far from finishing the drawing of Mr. Aykroyd. We're over halfway through, I would say, and we're using the colors of the Autism Awareness Month ribbon, which are red, yellow, blue, baby blue, and green. We're getting nice and colorful using the Arteza and Prismacolor color pencils. We are again rejecting or ditching the Crayola color pencils. I'm not going to record for that long because I don't have too much chemistry in me continuing the drawing of Dan Aykroyd. However, like after this first recording, we will get back to drawing for long hours. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to the drawing. Let's go ahead and finish it nice and gradually. Yes, the month of April may be over. We had made it to the month of May, obviously, but we're gonna pretend that it's still April. Despite being the very first day of May, it's fine for the most part. I'm able to accept that or embrace it, that it's only the first day and this video is technically uploaded outside of April. I wanted to upload this video like at the very end of April, or maybe like, let's say like April 29th or April 30th, but again, I mean, it's too late, so it is what it is. I'm fine with it. I'm not completely mad or upset. Maybe if I started using the color pencils and using the oil pastels to draw Dan Aykroyd a little bit sooner, then I would have actually had the capability of uploading the second and final part of drawing Dan Aykroyd like sooner, like before the month of May. I tried to achieve that, but the bright side here, we were able to complete the drawing before we could reach the month of May. That's the bright side. That's all that matters. I really didn't give a crap about uploading late on the early May. Uploading this second and final part of drawing this guy to celebrate Autism Awareness Month, and that's that. But still, I feel like I could have uploaded this video on April. I don't know. Maybe I genuinely have a valid point about that, because the Autism Awareness period it's over. We know that. We have reached Asian American Pacific Islander Month, and it's time to move on to shift to a different period, and then we're gonna repeat that, and then we're gonna repeat that. We're just going through all of this cycle of celebrating the annual events, situations, and all that stuff. And I can't really choose all of them. Jules Nerdy won't choose all of them because there's like hundreds to choose from. So we're choosing the ones that really interest us the most, fascinate us. I may not find what I'm really looking for to draw or paint, and whatever I choose, it can be pretty difficult for me to achieve that attention. I think one time during the 4th of July in 2022, so almost 2 years ago actually, there was some guy named Clarence who is my mom's boyfriend's brother, I think. I could be wrong, I might sound stupid, but this guy was named Clarence. He checked out my artwork, and he had, me and him had a talk for several minutes during the 4th of July when me and my family were somewhat partying, and having some good food, and 4th of July meal, like burgers, I think hot dogs, and all that stuff. So Clarence saw my artwork, the drawings, and I don't know about the paintings that he saw, but he saw the drawings I did, and he did get impressed from them, and he gave me some tips or advices on doing art in order to get this mass attention. He told me, draw something that a lot of people are going crazy on, that's trending, and then you'll get where you need to be. He had said something like that. I don't even know if I'm taking his advice well. I feel like I'm not, because no matter what art I do, I barely get what I want to get or what I'm really looking for. So I just do art. I find something online that fascinates me the most, and then I go ahead and make that execution. No matter what I choose online, on the internet, I don't always choose what's popular on the internet, and for me to draw or paint, I'm just that guy trying to build my own popularity from something that's popular online. And I'm sure you guys are like, well, what do you mean by that? You don't even make sense, Julian. Well, here's how I'm gonna really explain it here. So, you know how, let's say you're an older kid that's at a water park, and you're like, oh, I wanna jump into the fun. I wanna do something that's gonna cause a lot of attention, that I'm able to obtain attention from. You wanna get on a big water slide that's only made for younger kids. That are designed for younger kids, and as that older kid, you just don't get the attention you want, or I don't know how else I'm gonna really explain it further. If you're an older kid, maybe the younger kids wouldn't want you to jump into the fun and ruin the fun for the younger kids, because you would have to, maybe it wouldn't make sense for it to be a big water slide, maybe a smaller water slide, because if you're an older kid trying to get on a smaller water slide, that's only for little kids, not for the big kids, then it wouldn't be a good fit for you to choose something that's smaller, and you would have to find something that's larger. I guess you get that message that I'm trying to give out, guys. I guess I came up with an advice. If you're an artist like I am, and you're trying to draw or paint or sculpt something that's popular on the internet, that's huge or ginormous, then go for it, and then there's an increased chance of obtaining so much attention from fans, and they're gonna, comment about your works. But smaller things, on the other hand, they barely work, or they just don't work whatsoever, and nobody really cares about smaller things on the internet. Honestly, it really depends on your fan base. If you have a small fan base, then you'll just have a hard time. You're gonna struggle like so badly trying to stick with the bigger concepts that you're eventually trying to achieve the attention of. You get what I'm trying to say, guys? But if you have a larger fan base, then that means, holy crap, you're lucky. Yes, I'll admit it. I know I sound stupid for saying all of that stuff there. You may think Dan Aykroyd and Albert Einstein are the only two autistic people that I drew. I drew this British artist named Stephen Wiltshire, however you say his first name. To me, it's Stephen Wiltshire. He's a British artist that's known for drawing cityscapes and landscapes from memory after seeing the landmarks one time. Like, this guy, he's unreal. Like, it's so many things to describe this guy. I've been supporting him and his works for over a decade. I would say like early 2011. I first heard about him from an art teacher. I was in 5th grade. I was 10 years old. So an art teacher that I used to have talked about this guy. The art teacher thought the autistic artist that I've been supporting him was African American, but he's actually British, a black British autistic artist. And yeah, I decided to draw him not once but twice, Stephen Wiltshire, because of how much I really admire and adore his works and him. Like, he makes big, ginormous drawings of these cityscapes and landscapes, and I have been feeling really, really inspired by Stephen Wiltshire. See, these autistic people like me are able to have a talent and are able to make an impact for their lives and to make an impact for their fans. And I'm trying to follow Wiltshire's footsteps. So for the first drawing I did was in late 2019. I thought the drawing looks pretty horrendous. In April 2021, I decided to draw Stephen Wiltshire for the second time. Clearly, this is an improvement. It's pretty darn insane here that I decided to draw an autistic person. I think this was the first time that I drew an autistic person during Autism Awareness Month and on that autistic person's birth week. Certainly, it was a perfect time to do art there. Okay guys, here's the finished drawing of Dan Aykroyd, and man oh man, this was another brutal drawing for us to do for this channel here. I thought this drawing would be really like brutal or challenging. I was nervous. I had that cold feet for a little bit at first, but on second thought, this artwork wasn't that bad. It was pretty kind of a cakewalk. It was really good to finish another artwork. I guess I'm proud of myself. Not one of the biggest accomplishments in the world, but to me, I feel like it's an accomplishment to celebrate the autistic community, and I'm one of the members of the autistic community. We have used the colors of the Autism Awareness Month ribbon, shades of blue. I also included turquoise and yellow. It's really difficult to see yellow, so the ring lights are making it hard for you guys to see yellow. We also got red. I can't forget about red. Now, this won't be a 10 out of 10 drawing, obviously, because doing art like this, it is no joke. It takes a lot of so much patience. I'm mostly patient, but for rare occasions, I do get impatient and annoyed, and I would end up rushing. I will admit it, I did rush on a few portions of this drawing of Dan Aykroyd. His outfit here, I was gonna add some nice details. I wanted to keep it different from the picture I was using. I don't want this drawing to be completely identical to the picture that we were using. Got his white shirt and like part of his black shirt, I'm assuming that he wore in the past. This is him when he was a little bit younger, maybe like several years ago, I don't know, but it's a random portrait of Dan Aykroyd that I chose online. It seems like every time we work on these drawings of a human, and Jules Nerdy would work on drawings of humans, me and Jules Nerdy would just nail it every time with the shading and highlights. Like, it's literally the easiest thing to work on any type of artwork. I guess one of the hardest things to work on an artwork is, well, situating certain portions of a material, well, an object, a human, animal, etc. I love how I did his ear here. We didn't draw his other ear because, well, due to the perspective he's in, like the way the camera is situated in front of Dan. I think his eyes are fine, but they need to look a little bit better. I could have done his eyes a bit more superior than how they're currently looking. I'll take what I'll create. I'll take what I can create. That's what I meant to say. His nose is definitely spot on. Also his lips. We also included the wrinkles because Dan is, I don't want to sound rude here, he is quite old. He's like in his 70s. He was like born in like the early 1950s. And man, hey, I gotta give kudos to Dan for living this long and having one hell of a healthy life. A man that is known for being in those Ghostbusters movies, the Blues Brothers movies, and other movies I have mentioned in the first part when we were drawing him using the color pencils and oil pastels and all that stuff. And he's also a businessman having his own vodka brand. I love how I did his eyebrows. His eyebrows are also spot on, including his forehead up here. As you can see, guys, the wrinkles, the way I did the wrinkles for his forehead, also spot on, magical. And I think his hair looks good, maybe not great. I tried to use a pair of scissors to create like the gray patches for his black or dark brown hair. It turned out to be anticlimactic, so I was like, screw it, F it, I'm just gonna use a white color pencil, and the white color pencil works, but barely. Honestly, if I use a pair of scissors to scratch the drawing, it would honestly cause damage to the drawing. Or a much more better way of saying it, vandalism to the drawing. So I don't know if you guys can really see the gray patches over here, and like there's like some along the left side of his face, like the hairline over here where I'm pointing at, and there's like gray patches. Well, maybe like the highlights. I don't even know all of the art terms still because it's too difficult to learn everything.
God right.
It's far too difficult. I'm not Albert Einstein. Speaking of Einstein, we drew him last year for Autism Awareness Month, but this year we drew Dan Aykroyd for Autism Awareness Month, and we're gonna do this again next year, drawing an autistic celebrity. Hey, I want this to be an annual thing for the month of April. We will get to rating this drawing soon. I want to keep on reviewing a couple things that I missed. I love how it did his cheeks and like the highlights for his face. The shading and highlights, obviously spot on. I would say maybe the MVP of this drawing of Dan Aykroyd. We got his chest hair. As far as I'm concerned, his chest hair looks, I don't know if this is the right way of saying it, maybe like a little bit exaggerating. I've added a bit too much chest hair over here. I should have took it easy using the black color pencil. Oops. At first, I really screwed up over here, the wrinkles. Thank goodness I used an eraser and repaired this mistake. The left side of his neck. His wrinkles for his neck is another spot on thing. I really love how I did these puzzle pieces. Not all of these puzzle pieces are connected to one another. I went on Chrome several times and I checked out a couple other artists' drawings. I have typed in puzzle face drawings. There was this one image, I think from Pinterest.com. That picture inspired me to do this drawing. Next year I might do this differently. We're still gonna draw an autistic celebrity, don't get me wrong guys. It won't be the same as this. It's gonna be moderately different. I think I'll give this drawing maybe a 7.4 out of 10. This drawing is really wonderful. You know, it's marvelous, spectacular, terrific. I think a few criticisms I got are his eyes. They just don't look that realistic enough to me. It's hard for me to sound like a true art critic. I'm really not an art critic. I'm an unprofessional art critic. I'm just a professional artist. Well, I still consider myself an intermediate artist because I'm still really green at painting. I know I could go on tutorials to improve my painting skills. I don't know, I'm not trying to be the next Pablo Picasso or Michelangelo, any of the famous artists, Van Gogh. There's just so many artists out there that are better than I am and smarter than I am, and you know, I gotta give them credit. I'm also gonna give myself credit, but not in a selfish way. I just want to be Julian Dunn, and Jules Nerdy wants to be Jules Nerdy, and he will make a return for the month of May when he draws an Asian YouTuber to celebrate Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, which will come pretty soon. He's coming back from his vacation. Another criticism I have for this drawing is the chest hair. The chest hair looks a little bit over exaggerated. His outfit lacks the details. His outfit looks quite simple, which to me it's a guilty pleasure. When you're feeling pretty lazy to work on a hyper-realistic drawing. Obviously, this is not a super hyper-realistic drawing. This took approximately 1 month for us to do. But anyway, regardless, when you're feeling lazy, you just want to stick to the simple side of a drawing or a painting or whatever type of art you do, whatever pleases you and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm stuck with a very simple outfit. I didn't really draw any patterns. I just used a black color pencil, a gray color pencil, and that was it, because I wanted to get going. I wanted to move on to other projects because we've been stuck on this project for weeks, and now it feels really good to dethrone this SOB. Yeah, straight up satisfaction. Great drawing, not a great drawing. Bruh, how many times do I have to use the word great? Like, for a family member that is deceased, like much more older family members, great grandmother, great grandfather, nearly a home run, nearly a slam dunk, nearly a touchdown, nearly a goal, nearly a knockout. Yes guys, I know I'm continuing to slack so badly uploading these videos. This was really fun drawing Dan Aykroyd. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have him see this drawing. I probably won't, because I hate tagging celebrities, tagging people in my posts on Instagram, X, which used to be called Twitter, Facebook, and even YouTube. But this is just a hobby that I've been living with for nearly 15 years. I can't wait to make a video of me talking a lot, talking so much on 15 years of doing art. I'm gonna save all of that. I'm gonna save what I want to say later this year. And as an autistic artist, I am proud of drawing another autistic person, whether it's a female or a male or a transgender or all of the above. I wanted to support the autistic community and Autism Awareness Month. Unfortunately, I can't donate any money to any of the websites that support the autistic community. I think like Autism Speaks, and I think there's a couple other websites I can't remember from the top of my head that have to do with supporting autism and people living with the disability. Yeah, you know, the fundraising stuff. I have done it before, like last year. I think I only donated like $5, which is barely. I mean, donating money is still better than not donating anything and completely ignoring your generosity. But yeah, at some occasions I would donate to show some support and respect. I wish I was rich, and then I would donate a lot more, support the world. Again, this was really fun drawing Dan Aykroyd. I can't wait to do more artwork with you people. And Jules Nerdy is gonna continue to do what he does best. And I knew we could finish the drawing of Dan Aykroyd before the month of May. So that is going to be the end of this art video. That is the end of us drawing Dan Aykroyd. Stay tuned for more content, guys, and I hope this art video was quite enjoyable to watch. Also, enjoy a few pictures I took and enjoy this comparison.